Well, here we are on the road again. I say we, it's me. About 7.5 hours into my drive, I'm hunting archery mule deer. So we're gonna see how we do with the bow, windy Wyoming weather, and hopefully some big mule deer. Hope we can pull it off. It was opening morning, and we'd watched 3 bucks since first light. They had finally fed and bedded in this small ravine. One of the bucks was a hardhorn 4-point that I had my eye on, and I had belly crawled to within 40 yards. Now the 4-point that I was after was tucked under a large sagebrush in the bottom of the ravine. I knew I was in for a wait. After an hour, the buck finally stood up. I waited for the right opportunity and thought I had made a good shot. Well, then I finally reached my arrow, and wouldn't you know it, a clean miss. Yeah, bucks 1, hunter 0. Great stock. Great stock. I'm speechless. I shot right over his back.
Ah, downhill, baby.
So I'm kneeling on a cactus. I draw my bow back, and I'm thinking, okay, 30. Put my 30-yard pin right on his back. But that was probably the worst case of choke buck fever I've ever had. I was there, everything was perfect. I just got a little nervous that buck was coming up and was gonna bust me. So I hurried it and... Sorry. It's bow hunting, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause on this time.
Not only do I miss my buck, flat tire. We guessed that these bucks went about 4 canyons over, so we fixed the flat tire, had a little lunch, and a few hours later, we turned up these 2 bucks.
Look how wide that 2-point is, man. I'm telling you, I think I shoot him. Okay.
How about I do this? How about I do this?
Are you filming?
Yeah, I'm filming. How about I go over there, whichever one I got the best shot at, I'm gonna take.
Okay.
But I'm
telling you, you would not be disappointed with that big 2-point. Look at that thing. He has a 4 on one side. I'm telling you, he is massive. Even though he has velvet on, I think he's just heavy. He's twice as heavy as that 4-point.
Well, when I saw that 4-point stand up at 30 yards, I wasn't like blown away by him. You know?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the same 4.
It is. It is.
You sure it's not the littler one?
He gave me the bird. He was like, bring it, dude.
Oh yeah, look at him. He's pretty wide though. His front, look at him right there.
Yeah.
His front span out pretty good.
He's got great front forks.
I bet he's 24, maybe 26. But he's not as big as that 2-point.
That 2-point is wide.
While we were waiting for these 2 bucks to bed and make a plan for our stock, I glassed up this buck, about a ½ mile away in another canyon. Now this buck looked big, and the good news is he looked like he was all by himself. So I was off, and stock number 2 was on. Now the best shade in this whole canyon was right underneath this rock ledge, and I was sure that this old buck was going to make a bed there. A perfect spot to make a stock. The only problem is that it was out of my sight, so I kept sneaking, using that rock as my vantage point. Well, for whatever reason, this buck went out of the cool shade and bedded right in the open, right in the sun. So of course I pop over the ridge, and guess who's looking right at me? Long story short, bucks 2, hunter 0. So we made the long hike back towards the truck, discouraged, but we were hopeful that these bucks might have held up in a big brush pocket in the bottom of the ravine. I tiptoed over the ridge and ranged a few spots just in case the bucks were in the draw. Lucky for me, the buck that I was after paused just for a second at the top of the hill and gave me a broadside shot that I needed. Just when I thought I couldn't shoot any worse, I totally redeemed myself. How about that, Apples? What a hunt. Nibble was about ready to leave my butt up here in the mountain. He booed. It scared him. He comes all the way around here. I came up, and I just catch him sneaking out the backside, putting arrow right through his chest behind his shoulder. And he ran over here, went down, bedded. I can see it's a good shot. He'll be done in just a couple minutes. I'm gonna whip the four-wheeler of the truck. Look at that buck, Matt. Well, here's the results of our first day's labors. Nice, beautiful 4-point buck. Eye guards. I redeemed myself. I might have got a little lucky, but I redeemed myself. I missed a hard-horn buck at 27 yards, shot right over the top of him. And a little frustrated, made a stalk on him after seeing him 2 or 3 canyons over. And I busted him out of his bed before I could get a good shot at him. And he snuck down the canyon. My cameraman slash buddy from Wyoming, McNiven, said they're gonna come sneak up the bottom, and sure enough, I got up on top, and just as he was sneaking out the back door, he paused, gave me a broadside shot, and I made it count that time. And want to also thank just a couple of companies that have been helping us to bring these videos to you over the past few years. Really want to thank Kings, Badland, Grim Reaper, Easton Arrows, and Lightning Archery, and Loophole Optics. We really appreciate those guys. They've been diehards. They've helped us out a lot, to say the least. So anyway, thanks to those companies. First buck of the year, 2010. Booyah! Woohoo! Nice job. Nice buck, huh?